September 5th. We are on our way to Albany, Saratoga. We're running pretty late. Might miss hot laps, but hopefully we'll be able to make it for the heat. I don't see why we wouldn't, but I'm not going to jinx us. So because we're running behind, we're not going to be able to check in by the check-in time. So we're going to end up starting last in the heat race, one of the heat races. And then hopefully, I don't quite know how it works for if we're late getting there, how we place for the feature. If they put us in the feature based off of where we finish in the heat race, or if they just send us to the back for the feature too. So we shall see. Hopefully, for the first time in like I don't even know how many weeks we can finish a feature, right? Maybe.
We haven't finished a feature since the motor broke.
Since the motor broke.
So that would be 2 months.
Yeah, so let's hope we can finish a feature. Yeah.
Second scheduled starters, all set with Nancy Bell. Based off the raceway, Noah Carlo now going to be your control car down here between turn 3 and 4. Rich Peterson on the flag stand, ready to lead the race.
ended up checking us in before we got here, thankfully, and we started first in the second heat race, and as you saw, he ended up placing 5th, which put him in the handicap for the feature, which he ended up handicapping into 1st for the feature, but he didn't want to be in 1st because tonight's the last night for points, and he figured that everybody who was actually trying to qualify for points was going to be trying to get into the front, and he didn't want to get into an accident, so he went to the back of the handicap. So he's starting 15th in the feature. There's 23 people. Hopefully we can make up some spots, but we'll settle for finishing a feature and nothing on the car breaking. That would be lovely. So we shall see.
White flag, gonna make this way. Ready to go back to green when they make their way down here on the turn number 4. Green flag in the end. raceway is the 54 of Adam Trenka. Trenka started 16th on the field. He currently rides in the runner-up spot. By virtue of starting this event, clinch the championship for 2025. He will restart from 5th. Mark started back at 16th. Got it wound up off the turn number 4. Side by side of 210, 3, and 4. They come off the turn number 4 still. Show them a handful. Gonna be 5 laps remaining here.
Albany. We got here too late for hot laps. That wasn't cool. Went out for our heat and went from the pole to 5th. It kind of sucked. I was once again adapting our setup, trying to get more comfortable entering and carrying momentum, which I think we did. We just kind of made mistakes, and that's kind of where we landed. Went out for the feature. We started 15th. Started to roll back a little bit, got more comfortable. I felt like we were able to keep pace a lot better. Unfortunately, some people like to use their bumpers, and well, that's cool and all. So I think by the end, we were second to last, and then somebody decided that they were in front of us when they weren't. So we corrected that, started, and just absolute windshield wiper in 3 and 4. And for the first time in 2 months, I would rather finish a feature. So I think we finished last, which was 13th, ironically enough. It's like, 46% of the field ended up not finishing the race. But yeah, we finished. Finally got to test out the new shocks the way they're supposed to be, which was sweet. They feel a lot better. I think now we just have to work on carrying more momentum in corner entry. I think we got better accelerating off, especially on slick conditions. And cornering itself, we got a lot better, but I think we need to work on carrying more momentum. The more we do that, I think the more we can start to move forward. But
We finished a feature.
we did finish a feature, and we'll be back next week. I think,
It's the last week before Multimassive.
yeah, Multimassive. We won't be Friday. We'll end up racing Saturday because there's absolutely no shot that I'm going to compete with the Sportswood. So we're going to keep the car home Friday. We'll definitely be out here watching, but next Friday and then the Saturday after that, and then our season is done. We'll go back to tearing the car apart and spending more money.